You see a president who, in his first speech as a candidate for the highest office in the land, described Mexican immigrants as rapists and criminals, has been warning about the threats of caravans and asylum seekers who he's described as animals and an infestation, despite the fact that immigrants commit crimes at a far lower rate than do those who are born in this country, despite the fact that we are now in one of the safest cities in the United States of America. Safe, not despite, but because it is a city of immigrants. The president's language, his rhetoric, has produced the kinds of hate crimes that we saw in El Paso yesterday, but we've been seeing across this country. They've been on the rise for each one of the last 3 years.
Well, every time this happens, we say never again. We say we're going to do something. We say it's going to change, and it hasn't. I've been thinking a lot about the fact that this same debate and this same cycle has been going on my entire adult life. And I'm wondering what it will take to get the sense of urgency, to get Washington to actually respond, especially when Americans, frankly, in both parties, want to see changes, at least some basic common sense measures on gun safety.
Mick, why has the president downplayed the threat of white nationalism?
I don't think he has. Go look at what he said yesterday. He condemned this without any reservation whatsoever, John. So I don't think that's fair.
Well, wait a minute. Can I read the president's words? Because back in March, he was asked directly, do you see today white nationalism as a rising threat around the world? And his answer, I don't really. I think it's a small group of people that have a very, very serious problem. He downplayed the threat of white nationalism.
There's one person that is responsible directly for that shooting in El Paso, and that's the shooter. At the same time, as our national leader, you have a role to play in either fanning the flames of division or trying to bring Americans of different backgrounds together. Most presidents have chosen to try and bring people together. This president very early on made a clear choice to divide people for his own political benefit.
One of your 2020 rivals, Congressman Beto O'Rourke, told me this morning that he believes President Trump is a white supremacist or a white nationalist. Do you agree?
I do. Look, and it gives me no pleasure to say this, but I think all of the evidence out there suggests that we have a president who is a racist, who is a xenophobe, who appeals and is trying to appeal to white nationalism. And, you know, it breaks my heart to have to say that this is the person we have who is President of the United States.